So many people have reviewed these headphones, but have talked about it in just all the wrong ways. If you're an audiophile, I can respect your review and I can appreciate it for what it is, but these headphones were not meant for audiophiles. These headphones were made for engineers, for producers, for people who make music, for people who work on music at a high level, and I'm going to talk about them from that perspective, from the engineer's perspective, from the producer's perspective. How good are these headphones? First and foremost, I want to talk about the build quality because these things are beautiful. I have never owned headphones that are as beautiful and as robust as these are. They fit so well. I never get tired wearing them, and they sound amazing. They sound so good. When it comes to being an engineer, what you need to worry about is being able to hear character, being able to hear tone, being able to hear differences in frequency changes, and you need to be able to detect transients and compression. So this pair of headphones very, very accurately depicts all of these things to the 99th percentile of all audio gear. I work on ATCs for my main monitoring system, and I really rely on these headphones to give me something that the ATCs sometimes do not. Are they better than my ATCs? No. I would choose to work on my ATCs over working on just these headphones, but can they work as a standalone mixing, mastering, production suite? I actually think so, but something that you guys need to factor in if you're considering buying these headphones, this is very, very, very important, is that you cannot use these headphones without the right headphone amplifier. A lot of the headphone amplifiers in our interfaces are simply not quality enough to give us the amount of power and the flat frequency response that we're looking for and character we're looking for out of these headphones. I've got an Apollo sitting here. I don't even use it for anything but for these, actually. I just plug my mic into it. And I did try plugging the Audeze into the headphone amp in this, and it was horrible. It's very colored. It's good for tracking. It has a good character to it. It's gritty and it has clarity. It makes it easy to track, but I wouldn't use it for anything else. The headphone amp in my Prism interface, terrible. It's actually even worse than my Apollo headphone amp. It's really bad. I was really shocked, actually, because it's a really, really great interface for a lot of other things, but really bad in that department. On the other hand, I have this lovely Army ADI, and the ADI is designed for extremely high quality, extremely robust headphone preamps, DACs, ADCs, and that's exactly what it does. It makes these headphones work perfectly. When I plug these headphones into them, and also the Symphony interface I had as well, I had a great headphone amp as well. Both of them delivered me immense amounts of quality, transparency, a flat frequency response. It really maximized these headphones in ways that I didn't even know were possible with headphones like these. Do I believe they can be used for mastering? I think they can be. It just depends on a few different things in your chain, including your headphone amp. If you have a fantastic headphone amp that is very honest and true, and you really know what you're doing, you have a ton of experience in your DAW, and you're working specifically in Pro Tools, I think that it can work. These headphones don't flatter other DAWs because it doesn't have a super open top extension piece to them, but they still are very, very, very clean and transparent and extremely usable, and I love them. I love them. They have a perfect sound stage, as all the audiophiles like to talk about. They got a great sound stage. They sound true to what you're playing. They have a very honest frequency response profile, compression, transients, and low end. Let me touch on that briefly. The low end is phenomenal on these headphones. Once you've referenced enough records and you start to understand what it's doing, and then you go into your DAW and you start playing around with that EQ. You start maybe burning those 808s a little bit more with some kind of saturation and just peaking them a little bit more in that 40 hertz area or 60 hertz. You can feel and hear exactly what you're doing to the micro decibel with these headphones. What more can you want? What more can you want? I get a little bit more detail with the ATCs. I get a little bit more honesty and a little bit more flatness, just a touch more. But my room is extremely well treated. It's an expensive room. I've invested a lot into it. So the ATCs give me a slightly better image than these headphones that are a fraction of that cost. So the build quality is fantastic. The playback is fantastic. If you have a fantastic headphone preamp, if you don't, I'd highly recommend the Rupert Neve RNHP or the SPL, any of the SPL ones, or the DAC from RME. The ADI DAC is fantastic. It's just a playback kind of module there. It has good headphone amps in it, but the headphone amps in the 2.4 are a little bit better. Recommend that as well. Then you're all set. You'll be good to go. You can do whatever the heck you want to do. You could travel and work. The sky's the limit. So this changes the game, the headphone game. Did I believe in headphones before this headphone? Not that much. Not without referencing on speakers, not without having other systems to be able to balance them on. I do really like the Sony MDR headphone pair that's ever so famous, the 7506 or something like that. I like them. They do a good job. I like Bare Dynamics for recording. I really like my Audio-Technicas for recording. But for mixing, production, and mastering, these headphones are it. They're the ones. They're crazy. They're amazing. The LDXs are also good. I like these more. I've never tried the LCD4s because I don't ever intend to spend that much money on a headphone pair if I'm going to be spending this much money on monitors. But these are it. So if you're hesitating, don't hesitate anymore. I would buy this before I'd buy a lot of other pieces of gear in my studio. And yeah, that's all I have to say about them, guys. I hope this was a good enough review for you. If you want to see it a little bit more, I guess here it is. Comes with this cool kind of cable situation, this anti-tangle. This is the cable connector. It's just a regular cable connection. So anyway, that's all I got for that. If you have any questions about these headphones, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd be happy to answer. Any concerns, I don't know what happened there. Any concerns or questions you have about these headphones. And if you appreciated this content, you found it helped you in any way, please feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, all those things. I'd appreciate it greatly. Helps me make more content for you guys about audio stuff. So thank you very much for supporting so far, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao.